What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be talking about the best trash talkers in the UFC. That's right, trash talk is a big part of the UFC. It's a big part of the build up to fights. We always have the big pay-per-view press conferences before the cards, and as long as you don't get retards like John Morgan saying, so what does it feel like to be fighting in Las Vegas? Hey Dana, when are we going back to fucking Timbuktu? Like, just some retards asking dumb questions. When they actually ask good questions and get the fighters to interact with each other, we get a lot of trash talk and we get some entertaining moments out of that. So we're going to be ranking the best trash talkers in the business. We got 6 tiers. Normally I do 5, but I did 6 because there needs to be a bit more separation here. We've got owns the press conference right up the top, all the way down to never let this guy speak, just for those that just should not be allowed at press conferences ever. So yeah, let's get into it, and we're going to start at the top. First up, whatever that means, I told you I wanted to be the first real African champion, training out of Africa, fighting out of Africa. We breathe the African air. I am a real African champion. Dricus Duplessis, are you going to take the servants back with you to Africa? Amazing stuff. Dricus Duplessis quickly becoming one of the best trash talkers in the game. Obviously, Conor's not really an active fighter right now. Chael Sonnen's in the past. Some of these other guys are in the past. So right now, Dricus might have a claim to being the best active trash talker in the UFC. Because this dude is the first man to make multiple people cry at press conference. I know Strickland didn't technically cry at the press conference, but basically Dricus made him like so angry, and then he cried like the next day when he went on Theo Von's podcast. This dude's, and he just fully made Israel Adesanya break down, be like, "You don't know my story. Don't talk around my story." And then he just starts crying. I'm a man. I can beat your ass and cry at the same time. Bosh! Israel Adesanya literally had him breaking down in tears, crying, stuttering, fucking fumbling like an idiot. And yeah, this dude is an incredible trash talker. It's simple. It's not like crazy, like Conor McGregor level lines and stuff. He's not really flashy with it or anything. He just says stuff and pisses people off, and he just loves to go, "Why are you so angry?" So yeah, Dricus Duplessis, incredible stuff, great trash talker, one of the best in the business right now. Let's move on though to another fighter. Manel Kape, your whole team is a bunch of Manel Kape is a very good trash talker. Look, after his last fight, I mean, the fighting side of things, we're gonna ignore that. You know, the Makai fight was pretty dead. But the trash talk side, when we saw this dude at the UFC 293 press conference, he was on fire. Elite trash talk, at least elite press conference work. He absolutely cooked Kai Kara France, cooked Izzy as well. You have cartoon porn addiction. Incredible stuff from Manel Kape. He did very good work. So we need to get this dude back on a pay-per-view sometime soon. Against a Kai Kara France type matchup in the future. Obviously, he's coming off a loss right now, so he needs to get back in the win column. But once we see this dude back at press conferences, we know he's going to deliver some incredible lines at the press conference. Let's move on, though, to another fighter. Manny Moicano, the level of disrespect, my brother. Renato Moicano, look, we haven't really seen this dude at actual like pay-per-view press conferences. If he beats BSD, I think we definitely will. But in terms of just his overall social media game, his trash talk in, like, outside of the cage as well is very good. Paddy Pimlich, my brother. This guy is terrible. He's a very funny guy, so it's not like some of these people on the list, it's not going to be so much, like, press conference trash talk, but it's going to be just their overall trash talk, their overall social media game, and Moicano definitely is up there, for the social media, like, personalities, for sure. And yeah, we need to see this dude. Obviously, his mic skills, this is like mic skills included, so this dude's post-fight interview after 281 was sick. The post-fight interview after 300 was great. So Moicano definitely great on the mic. Let's move on, though, to another fighter. Paddy Pimblett. Look, the trash talk's not bad, but his accent and his voice just makes it impossible to fucking understand anything he's saying. He'll just call you a fucking sausage meat, and then, like, I don't know, it's not much else. Like, he had a good press conference. I tried to mix press conference with trash talk. I said press conference. No, he had a good trash talk moment at the press conference against Tony Ferguson. He was like, "Mate, you're fucking 0-7 in your last fucking 7 fights, mate. What are you talking about?" Like, he's got some good lines, but you just can't really, like, against Taporia, he just, like, at the 282 press conference, he was just kind of yapping. But look, his trash talk's getting a bit better. He's had some good moments on the mic, but you just can't really understand anything he's saying. Let's move on, though, to another fighter. Next up, we've got Ian Gary. Sit down, shut up, and do what you're told. Look, he's had some absolute dismal moments, like at the 298 press conference. He really just did nothing. He's like, go keep booing. all of you will be watching me. Like, he just sounded like he was about to burst out crying. So he can't handle the pressure too well, can't handle the boos that well. But the 292 press conference, he did kind of own Magny, even though it was a bit of a scummy thing what he did. He did just kind of shut Magny out. He's like, Schmo, no one's asking him a fucking question. He did shut down Magny at the 303 press conference against MVP. He did kind of cook him a little bit. MVP just said, like, shut the fuck up, which is just the most cringe response ever when someone says something and you just tell them to shut up. Or when you be like, I can't understand you, bro, speak English. Like, it's always just a bit annoying when people say that. It's their weak responses. So he does have some good moments, but overall, this dude's not really built for the major, like, spotlight. He was feeling himself. Against MVP, he had some shit to go at him, but then at, like, 298, they were just booing him, and then he's like, all of you will be watching me. And then he just sounded like he was going to start crying. But yeah, let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we've got Movsar Evloev. This dude threatened a decision win over Ilia Topuria. That's this guy's trash talk. So never let this guy speak on a mic. You can't trust this dude with a mic after Hillary admitted to dating a 17-year-old when he was like 21. So yeah, don't trust this dude with a microphone at all. Movsar Evloev, keep him away from a press conference at all costs. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, we've got Dominic Cruz. This dude used to be so fucking good at trash talk back in the day. Like, have you seen the meme? I can't find it, but I'll find it. I think it's on like Combat Sports Enjoyer or some shit Instagram page. Prime Dominic Cruz was definitely a goat at arguing with women. Like, this dude would be master fucking gaslighter, master manipulator. He would just piss them off so much. He's like, calm down, man. It's not that deep, bro. Just like chill out, man. Let's just take a couple minutes and let's all just chill. Like, Dominic, you can't, like, TJ Dillashaw was like, I'm done, bro. And then he's like, you can't be done. You're right here talking to me, dummy. Keep talking. Like, Dominic Cruz was just the most annoying. He's got the Drickus effect, or Drickus has the Cruz effect of just his voice is so fucking annoyingly, like, smug. And it's like, bro, shut up. Like, fuck off. That's Dominic Cruz, bro. He would just piss everyone off. And then like, Garbrandt had, like, one good moment of it. He was like, I never had to chase pussy in my life, Saturday, now I won't have to. And then Cruz was just like, what are you talking about, man? And then he just confused Garbrandt. And Garbrandt's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, he's so good at just annoying people and just pissing them off. Like, it was actually sensational. Dominic Cruz back in the day was goated trash talker. We need this dude back, just for one fight, just to get him up on a press conference against, like, I don't know, someone, and he can we need him versus Cejudo. Like, we need a rematch with him versus Cejudo, and he can just be like, what are you talking about, man? It was an early stoppage. Keith Peterson smelled like alcohol and cigarettes, man. Like, and just Cejudo's gonna be like, guys, I'm Triple C, guys. And Chris like, you don't have any belts anymore. I wouldn't call you Triple C. Where's the championships? Where's the belts? I don't see them. And it just pissed Cejudo off. It'll be great. Anyway, let's move on to the next fighter. Next up, we've got Islam Makhachev. Brother, I tell you, who give this guy black belt, bro? This guy, again, he's just like, he speaks in such a calm way. He never really gets angry. And he doesn't get flustered at that much either. Like, apart, like, at the 302 press conference, everyone was kind of booing and he got a bit flustered. And then Sean Strickland patted him on the back, which is something I never thought I would see. But then he's actually got some good lines, like against Oliveira and stuff. He just pisses people off. Like, Oliveira is just like, and then, like, just spamming Portuguese, relying on the translator. And then Islam's just like, you don't speak English. You have to speak English. Nobody understand you. And just pissing them off, even against, like, Volk. Like, he's just like, you only here you fight for money. Like, he just says shit and just annoys people. Even, like, his trash talk again, we'll give this guy black belt, brother. Or like to DC, it's like, you don't walk, you buy car. Don't play golf, but the golf don't burn 0 calories. It's just got good, like, talk. He's a funny guy, and the thing is, I'd actually like Islam a lot if he just didn't beat Volkan Oliveira. But yes, I'm coping because he beat them, so I can never truly like Islam, but I'll be rooting for him against Arman Sodikin, to be honest, because I don't like Arman. Arman's a cunt. Anyway, Islam, actually very underrated trash talker. Let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we got Dustin Poirier. Now McGregor fast, McGregor sleep. This dude, like, he's had some good lines. He's had some good moments at press conferences. Sometimes he's a little bit goofy, bit cringe, but he's been on the wrong end of press conferences, like back in the day against Conor, he got cooked. Little fucking hillbilly, his fucking cousin's probably named Cletus from the fucking back ass of nowhere, little Louisiana hillbilly. I feel bad for the kid, but, it will be done in one. Like, Conor cooked him back in the day, but then he got knocked the fuck out, and then in the trilogy, he did get him, and he did have some good moments. Like, he's had good moments throughout. Some good moments against Chandler, some good moments against like BSD, I guess, I don't know. But overall, like, this dude's pretty funny, but he's not like a crazy level trash talker. Like, he's never really getting in anyone's head. Let's move on though to another fighter. Listen, guys, I'm Triple C, guys. No, Cejudo is just fucking, look, he got old. He had some good moments, but then it was just so cringe. That was his gimmick, just be cringe, and then he got attention. But like, I don't know, the trash talk. Maybe I'm like tripping and I just can't remember, but like, people forget, man. Henry Cejudo. No, but I don't know. I just can't remember the last time this dude's had like good trash talk. Like, he's like Marat. He calls him Marat. Like, I don't know. It's dead. Like, everyone will bend the knee to Triple C. Like, it's just, alright, bro, shut up. Like, just kill yourself. Like, you're a midget, bro. Chill out. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter. Bilal Muhammad. I'm better than him in striking and grappling in the wrestling. Trust. Bilal, no, he's had some good moments of trash talk, and on Twitter recently, he low-key has been like cooking Usman and stuff, and he's been doing well. He's been doing well on the comebacks, but I don't know, at the press conference, like, but then he would just say some shit like, my resume's behind only just behind GSP. I'm almost the welterweight go, guys. It's like, alright, bro, chill out. Like, you're not that guy. But no, he's been doing well recently. It's just press conferences, like, I don't know. It's just cringe. You can't listen to him and like take him seriously. Like, he's just so goofy. Like, when this guy, fair play, won the belt, but like in the build up to this fight, this guy's saying that I'm envisioning myself. I'm gonna knock him down. You know, first of all, it's never happened. He's like, I'm gonna get him in a submission, and then I'm gonna let it go just before he taps, and I'm gonna take him to a dominant. Like, this guy is envisioning a dominant decision win to win the belt instead of a finish. Like, he knows he's not getting a finish. Like, that's his trash talker being like, yeah, I'm gonna win a decision against you. Like, that's tough. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter. Hakeem Buckley. This guy called out Conor McGregor after beating fucking Sultan Ruzaboev. Enough said. Let's move on to another fighter. Chael Sonnen, real ones know the GOAT back in the day of trash talk. He was the Conor McGregor before Conor McGregor in terms of the trash talk game. Fucking, he invented his game, you know. It was not you, Conor, that invented this game, but Chael Sonnen was like the epitome of just shit talk back in the day. Would just piss people off. Even like all the way to like his fucking, not, I don't know, 40s, but like when he was fighting, what's his name? Tito in Bellator. Even then, the trash talk, the only person I know who's made money using their mouth is his ex-wife. Like, just elite stuff. He was just jokes. Even though it was definitely all like, he did Colby better than Colby. Like, Colby tried to do Chael and just did it badly. Chael did it very well. The Nogueira, the bus thing, I'm gonna go into his house, I'm gonna climb upstairs, open his thing, password not required, username not required. I'm gonna go into his room and see him doing doing his jiu-jitsu with the Nogueira brothers. I posted on www.dorksfrombrazil.com. Like, it was just elite. Like, the trash talk back in the day with Charlie, he was just funny. He was creative. It didn't feel forced. It was just jokes. And then even, like, the other stuff, you're greatly mistaking Brazil as a race. Brazil is a nationality, and clearly you might want to delete this, otherwise you're going to end up looking foolish in the face of a genius. Like, he was just amazing at pissing people off. So Chael Sonnen, definitely a pioneer of the trash talk game. Let's move on though to another fighter. Next up, we've got Sean Strickland. Here's a fucking thing, man. Strickland, look, he's not like the trash talk against sometimes when he's just like, I'm gonna plead for you fucking guys. It just gets a bit like, okay, buddy, apart from the Drickus fight, every single one of your fights has just been tepid jab decisions. But the shit talk against Izzy definitely puts him up here. He's had some great lines. The shit talk against Izzy at both press. I feel like Izzy's just a very easy target at press conference. Like, it's easy to look good against Izzy at a press conference. But against Drickus, he did kind of get cooked a little bit, and apart from that, he hasn't really been. And against Costa, he kind of was just like, for you fucking guys, and then the crowd cheered, and then post-fight, they kind of realized that he's always been boring, because the new fans that came along after like 297, when they saw everything that happened at the press conference with the fag reporter, they all were like, oh, Strickland's his base, Chad, bro, we're gonna like support this guy, let's get into UFC. And then they like thought this dude was like some incredible fighter, like action guy, only to realize that he just jabs at range, and he's not that fun. But yeah, Strickland's very good trash talk for the most part though. Let's move on though to another fighter. Leo Topuria, fucking Topuria is really it. Retard Artem Lobov. Ilya Topuria, solid trash talk against Volk, honestly, against Paddy as well. decent. Look, Ilya, he's done a good job. He backed himself, he said that he posted the 15-0 undefeated, whatever, before he won the fight. He backed it up. He's done well. I don't like him because he KO'd our Pookie Volk, but he does have some good trash talk. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter. I'm Aspinall. John Jones, have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before? What would it take? Look, Aspinall's had some real good trash talk recently online with Jonesy. At the press conferences, he hasn't really done much trash talking because he's only really been at 2 with Pavlovich and then with Blades. Like, you're not trash talking Pavlovich, who can't understand you. And then Blades, it's just like it's picking on a special needs child. If you imagine, like, Aspinall goes up there and is like, I'm gonna beat this guy on Saturday night. And, like, that's the only real thing you can make fun of Blades for. And that Aspinall's not going to go that low. But in terms of the social media game, he's picked it up with the Jones shit talk, which is good. We support John Jones slander completely. I mean, it's not slander if it's true, because slander means it's false information being spreaded. So, no, it's not slander at all. But yeah, he's been good with the shit talk at Jones recently. So yeah, he's definitely got himself a place on this list. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter. Next up, Hamza, decent. He just says, smash this guy, brother, and then just bangs tables. I don't know what else he does. Like, he's not that good. Who else? We got Jamal Hill. Oh my god, this dude just copium beyond belief. Incredible levels of cope. Just cringe as well. Not even done well. The trash talk's not even done, like, standing and I'll knock this guy out. And then Demetrius Johnson just laughs at him. Yeah, Jamal Hill, awful trash talk. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter. Fucking Conor McGregor. I invented this game. You best believe that. You best fucking hillbilly fools. Fucking peasants things. Yeah, like, Talpadio, Osman. All these guys, they cannot compare to me whatsoever. Fucking Volkanovski will kick his head clean off their shoulders, and that's a fact. But no, Conor back in the day, bro, the trash talk was elite. The shit talk back in the day, Jose Aldo. If this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to work. Like, he was just on top of it. Nate can only count to 5. Count to 5, Nate, if you can. Like, there's so many sound bites of just who the fuck is that guy? Oh my god. You're 40 years of age. That's your fucking age. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read. Like, there's just so many sound bites of Conor just absolutely owning people at the press conferences. Recently, after some of the losses, it has kind of the aura, like the trash talk that went with it worked because he was just winning and knocking fools out. But now that he's lost a bit, it's just like, there's not much there. He hasn't really had a good trash talk moment since, like, the Khabib build-up, because after that, it's just like, okay, I mean, he didn't really shit-talk Cowboy. That was when Conor decided to be respectful. Didn't shit-talk Poirier in the rematch, and then in the third fight after he got knocked out, it's kind of hard to talk shit. But anyway, let's move on to another fighter. Khabib, it's similar to Islam, this dude just calm, doesn't really get flustered at press conferences, and just has some good lines, he was pretty respectful with the build-up to, like, Gaethje and Poirier and stuff, but still, this dude's just had some good lines. He's had some good trash talk back in the day. And yeah, it was, like, around the time when Conor was just out on the sidelines, he would just talk shit, and he would, like, Russia, 150 million, Ireland 20 million, Russia, 150 million. I'm gonna smash your boy, guys. Like, it was simple, it wasn't crazy, but it worked, it pissed some people off. He annoyed cunts. Even like Conor was angry, Conor's yapping, and Khabib's just like, I stay calm, but I stay relaxed. So yeah, Khabib, very solid trash talker. Let's move on though to another fighter. John Jones. Look, now absolute bum, fucking, we hate John Jones, but back in the day, you can't deny this dude had some cold lines. Look, it was kind of interesting. Some of them were not great, I beat him the first time off of steroids, and then I beat him the second time off of steroids. Like, sometimes he slips up, sometimes he had some bad ones. It's like, I beat you after a weekend of cocaine. Like, he did get cooked like the crackhead with a suit on against DC, but a lot of the time, he was just kind of cold back then. Like, it was like, you're just a pawn in this game, bro. But then he'd have other times where it's like, this guy tickles my pickle, and it's like, alright, bro, pause. And in hindsight, John Jones, I don't think that was a slip-up. I think he meant what he said there. But yeah, John, back in the day, did have some cold trash talk. Let's move on, though, to another fighter. We've got Volkanovski. He doesn't have much shit talk, he did have a good, good showing in the press conference against Holloway in the trilogy, because Holloway started just yapping, and then Volk kind of shut him down pretty quick. Against Ilya, he had some good moments and stuff. You know, the old man outfit was good, but it didn't really age well. And this dude's had some solid moments, but he doesn't shit talk too much. Volk's never been a shit talker, but he's always just been a guy that kind of lets his fighting do the talking, and then he lets people know about that with his talk. So yeah, Volk's solid trash talker. Let's move on to another fighter. Michael Chandler, CEO of the Adoption Center. Look, I don't know. This guy tries to turn into a fucking philosopher every time he talks. It just gets a bit cringe. I don't know. He's never really had like a cold line at a press conference. Like, he's never just owned something. You'll be like, damn, bro, Chandler cooked with that one. He just posts like 5-minute motivational speeches on Twitter. So yeah, Chandler, aka White Martin Luther King or some shit. I don't know. It's like, I have a dream. Like, I don't know what Chandler's doing, but the trash talk's not really there. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter, Sean O'Malley. Dude's takes about 5 hours to come up with a response on Twitter, crafting with his team, and you can tell because when it's at a press conference, he never gets good responses. He just sounds retarded. Ilya's a size 6.5 shoe. Like, alright, bro. Cool. You really cooked with that one. I don't know. O'Malley, incredible fighter, but the personality and the trash talk is just really not there. Let's move on, though, to another fighter. Petr Yan, this dude had the ice-cold aura when he just giving the snap of the fingers, the crowd went silent, and he doesn't really shit talk much, but he had this guy's dressed like a whore on the side of the road. Like, he didn't say it got translated or whatever, which is W from the translator, because that made it so much funnier. But Petr Yan, he's had some cold lines, but we don't really ever get to see the extent of the trash talk, because obviously the language barrier. Who we got next, though? Colby Covington, I think. Yeah. I mean, Colby, look, he had some great lines back in the day, but there's too much cringe. There's too much, okay, that was not good, bro. And it brings him down. Because if you took the peaks of the Colby trash talk, it was great, but then when you get it's dragon energy. Next time I see you, you're dead. It's just cringe. The Leon trash talk was pretty shit too. That was just not that good. Sometimes he's good, but you can just tell they're all fucking pre-written lines. They're all planned out. And the execution even just I'm taking him 7th layer hell. Hair. 7th layer hair hell. He just fucks it up and then he's like, oh, say what's up to your dad while we're there. Because he just gets flustered and gets annoyed at himself for fucking up the line. So yeah, Colby, not great. Look, it's just he's not built for trash talk. He's got good one-liners, but then as soon as someone actually shit talks back to him, he's just like, "You're dead," and then he just forgets what to actually say. He's got no plans for when people shit talk back. He just kind of yaps, and then yeah. Anyway, let's move on to another fighter, Paulo Costa. This dude just again, you can't really understand half the shit he's saying. He's talking secret juice this, secret juice that. I don't know. But apart from that, there's not much. When they said to him, there's the list of, the most handsome, UFC fighters, and they're like, Hamzat was number 11, and then he just starts laughing. That was funny. But I don't know, his trash talk's not that great, probably just because he can't really know what he's saying, really. Anyway, next up is botched. I broke down crying, and I broke down like a car. Trust. Izzy, look, he's just awful at press conferences. He had some decent moments back. I guess Vittori had some, he shit-talked him a bit against, I don't know who else. But then it's it's a dog collar. I'm a dog. I'm about to be unleashed. Trust. I don't know. And then literally got owned in back-to-back press conferences against Strickland and Drickus. He just can't stand his own, and then he starts crying. How dare you tell truth about me? Botched. And then he just fucking dies. I don't know. Izzy, the trash talk's pretty shit, to be honest. He's not built for, pressure. He's built to, come up. He's got these little one-liners that he writes down. I'm crumbling like the Twin Towers. Trust. And then if anyone says something back to him, he's just like, man, no, can't trash talk me. I don't know what that was, but yeah. Izzy, not a great trash talker. Let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we got Aljamain Sterling. Again, yeah, I don't know. This dude's just never really been a shit-talking type. He's never delivered a cold line at the press conference, to be honest. He always just ends up looking goofy. Who else? We got Leon Edwards, Bilal, you're not Khabib, you're not GSP. Look, he's had some decent ones, but then he just starts, apart from after the head kick against Usman, anytime he just doesn't know what to say, he's just like, headshot dead, and then it's like, alright bro, chill out, that's your one finish in your career. Lastly though, Kamaru Usman, fucking Usman, Osman, I'm still coming, and I'm coming all out long, T-Wood. So just don't back up. It's like, brother. Usman has had some real, pause moments before. But, the shit talk's not bad. But that is it, guys. Those are the best trash talkers and worst trash talkers in the UFC. Let me know if you agree with my placements. Follow my Instagram, Left Lane MMA. Like, subscribe. Give my, drop some comments, drop some video ideas in the comments. I'll do them. Top 3 or 4 something, top ones with the most likes, I'll do those video ideas. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, peace out, boys. See ya.